Residential energy storage is surging in the U.S. Germans are building more pipe for pumped storage. A $2 billion Texas pipeline will supply more natural gas for electric power generation in Mexico, and utilities are giving customers more info on EVs. It's Monday, September the 10th, and it's all about more, and more on the power grid worldwide. I'm Rod Walton for Power Engineering, Electric Light and Power, Power Grid International, Renewable Energy World, Hydro World, and Power Engineering International. It's time for the Energy News Wrap-Up. Demand for residential energy storage is surging in the U.S., with more capacity installed in the second quarter than in all of 2017. Consumers installed home batteries with 57.5 megawatt hours of storage capacity last quarter, according to a report from the Energy Storage Association and Wood Mackenzie Power and Renewables. That's more than the 39.8 megawatt hours added throughout last year. It was also the first time residential storage has exceeded big utility scale projects, which totaled about 51 megawatt hours for the quarter. Declining costs are helping drive the surge in energy storage, along with wider availability of solar plus storage products. At the same time, consumers are showing more interest in generating and using their own power, and utilities are starting to impose time of use rates with prices that vary depending on when electricity is consumed. Looking ahead, more growth is likely coming. Wood Mackenzie Power and Renewables expects residential storage installations to almost triple in 2019 from this year. Bilfinger van Anlagentechnik has been chosen to deliver a distribution pipeline for a 15.9 megawatt pumped storage power plant being built in Geldorf, Germany. This unique project on the Kocher River combines wind turbines with pumped hydro storage and is being called a water battery. The tower bases of the wind turbines act as the upper reservoirs for the pumped storage plant. An underground pressure pipeline made from polyethylene connects the reservoir with three 5.3 megawatt pump turbines. The water battery hopes to achieve an efficiency level of nearly 80% and switch from electricity production to storage in just 30 seconds. Installation of the pipeline has begun and is scheduled to be completed this year. Two companies are investing in a $2 billion pipeline to bring natural gas from the Permian Basin to the Texas Gulf Coast and Mexico. Subsidiaries of Kinder Morgan and Blackstone Energy Partners have completed joint venture and transportation agreements for the Permian Highway Pipeline project. Permian Highway Pipeline is expected to move up to 2 billion cubic feet per day of natural gas when it goes into service by late 2020. Natural gas is playing an increasing role, of course, in electric power generation both in the U.S. and Mexico due to bountiful production and reserves, consequently lower prices. Fuel sources rising to 35% of the U.S. electric generation mix, overtaking coal's once preeminent spot. In Mexico, meanwhile, U.S. pipeline exports are spurring a revolution in how that nation generates electricity. Gas pipeline exports to Mexico risen to about 4.4 billion cubic feet per day, even exceeding 5 billion cubic feet in July, according to reports. Gas-fired generation has more than doubled in that nation over the past decade. Finally, have we got a deal for you? Maybe someday soon your utility will help you select your next car. Utilities are and have been for a long time seeking better ways through which they can engage with their customers. Energy efficiency and demand response programs, such as many utilities have done with Nest smart thermostats, are one way that utilities are partnering with the customers on voluntary efforts to cut costs and peak demand. Another key example is something utilities are doing to promote electric vehicle chargers and ultimately the EVs themselves. A company called Energy has rolled out a program with Con Edison and National Grid called Energy Cars. This online resource gives all vehicles efficiency scores and their clear cost over 5 years. Well, that's it for this edition of Energy News Wrap-Up. Remember that the large and in-charge PowerGen International Conference is less than 3 months away in Orlando, Florida. Go to power-gen.com for more information or to register for the event. I hope to see you there. I'm Rod Walton, and thank you for watching.